6:53 past the hour. Joining us now, Hall of Fame tennis great Monica Seles. She's out now with the new book, The Academy, Game On. It's her first novel, and she joins us now on the set this morning. It's good to have you on board today.
Thanks so much.
Great to have you here. Just for everybody that's watching, at 16, you won your first French Open. At 17, you became the #1 player in the world. 55-1, your record in major tournaments from 91 to 93. That's not too bad.
You have to date me.
You know what? Seriously, 55-1. You know what my dad would ask me? Okay, how can you lose that? How can you lose that match? And 53 career-winning titles. That's absolutely fantastic. But while there were rain delays, and while you were just kind of hanging out, you were doing something.
Well, I really started writing because tennis all my life has been just so focused, hitting that little yellow fuzzy ball 6-7 hours a day, 6 days a week. And during off time, I just needed some diversion. I needed fantasy because my life was pretty one-dimensional.
But by the way, how old were you when you started your pretty tough training regimen?
Probably about 10, give or take 9, 10 years old.
How tough is that? How tough is that for kids? Because if you want to be great in tennis, you have to have these old guys screaming at you for 10 hours a day. How tough is that for kids?
It's not for everybody. I mean, you definitely have to sacrifice a lot, but there's also some, huge things at age 16. I got to win my first French Open, be #1 in the world, travel the world, you make a lot of money, you're well known anywhere, all this jazz. So there's always a trade-off. I love playing tennis. I still love it. I always say if you're passionate about it, then it's worth it. But if you're doing it just for the fame or the money part, I think sooner or later you'll burn out.
And one thing I didn't know about you, even though I followed you an awful lot, born in Yugoslavia, a country that doesn't exist anymore, that went through hell for so long.
Oh, yeah, we lived it for a long time. I mean, I left at age 9 and 10 just to further my tennis career, but I mean, I came to the U.S. by myself at age 13 for a year and a half, and that was a very tough transition to leave my family, my home behind. But I think these experiences made you tougher, and you realize you just wanted to follow your dream, and I'm big into that.
So tell us about, tell us about Game On.
Well,
how much of it is based on your own life?
I went to a couple of different academies during my lifetime, and I really wanted to create the main character, Maya, a strong young female, because I think sports empowers young women, and this is a lot more fantasy. My time in the academy was a lot about tennis, day in, day night, no boys, none of this off-court stuff, which at the academy I had more colorful things happening, and I really had a lot of fun with it.
So you contrast that, I'm so focused. I just read a few months ago Andre Agassi's book, and the intensity of it. How intense are these places, people who don't know it?
Well, it's very intense. I mean, remember, it's one of the few genres where at age 16 you essentially employ 6-7 people that work for you. You're their boss. You're making multi-million dollars. You're well known around the world. Yet you're a teenager. You're still struggling with your own self issues. You're growing up and things like that. So, but it's, I loved it. I love creating the characters and love letting my imagination go, away.
How difficult would it be for you to inject in a novel one of the most infamous things that ever happened on a tennis court happened to you?
Yes, well, I think you're talking about my stabbing at 19 when I got stabbed on a tennis court. I mean, definitely changed my tennis career. And then right after I lost my dad, so my joy for tennis was kind of never the same as the innocent 16, 17-year-old coming into the sport. But essentially, I rediscovered my love for it, and I went back to playing tennis. And, I still love it, and I still do a lot of other things, and that tennis has given me that platform for.
All right, the book is The Academy, Game On. Monica Seles, thank you so much for coming in this morning. Good luck with the book. It looks great. Up next, a series of scandals has dominated the conversation in Washington, but brand new polling shows the trouble is not sticking to the president. We'll discuss how he is staying above the fray next on Morning Joe.